Hello, StarCraft fans. It's Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today we've got a game between Bogus and Saint here on a match point. In the bottom left-hand corner of the map, it is the White Terran player. His name is Bogus. You may know him better as Innovation. From his StarCraft 2 days, played as Bogus in StarCraft for a while, then made the move over to StarCraft 2, and has been extremely successful there. And in the top right-hand corner, the yellow Zerg player, it is Saint, a fellow Korean StarCraft pro gamer, played for NBC Game Hero, and most likely, as far as I can tell, mostly known from his days. Is that actually pink? It's more of a pink. From his days as a 2v2 player, he actually did become eventually a 1v1 lethal weapon, it says on Team Liquid, in the latter half of 2006. So he had some good victories over his time. He beat Survivor. He made it to round of 16 along with Flash back in, 2009 Nate MSL. And then did get beat by Gujila in rounds of 16 back in 2009 as well. So anyway, pretty good player here is Saint. This is a very young Innovation, very young Bogus here playing today in this TVZ. I'm excited to see his playstyle because his playstyle is pretty bio-heavy when he started in the StarCraft 2, did eventually manage to make it into a mech style or a bio style, depending on what he needed. That's what he is now. He's won WCS BlizzCons. He's won all the Livelong Day championships. So he's had a pretty darn good career in the StarCraft, and this is just him getting started in the days of the StarCraft Brood War. A little bit of some drone harassment here, actually, trying to get some shots off on that SCV. Zap, zap. Zap, he says. Natural base coming up back home. Actually, the name for this player is I Belong to Jesus. So it makes sense that it's Saint. One of his alts there. There's definitely a correlation there at the very least. Look at this drone. Skipping around, running around. Hey! Hey, I'm trying to make this barracks not come up. How's that sound? Zap, zap. How? Oh, we replaced your previously injured SCV with a healthy SCV. And I guess that's how we can get health bars. If we just select the units, it shows us their health bars pretty well. He does get some regeneration here on his health. That's why he's at 8 instead of 5. He's going to get up to 10. He is, and I think he can steep. It's harder to harass if the SCV doesn't want to stay in place, though. That's the thing. Scouting around with his own SCV, does see the pool timing. And does he see... Oh, there's a macro hatch up here, too, for Saint. So this was played, I want to say, back in 2011, I think is when it was from. I got this replay off of bwreplays.com. And they did verify the identities of both of these players out there. That's something that they do. Because there's a lot of people out there playing under the names of like Flash and Jadong and stuff. But if it's bolded, then they verify that's actually one of their accounts. And that's what we had both here for Bogus and for Saint, even if that doesn't necessarily say that up top. Expansion coming in for Bogus 2. And really not much else going on here. I do want to say thanks for joining me on my channel. If this is your first time here, gotten a lot of attention for doing the Brood War stuff in the Remastered client, which I'm pretty happy to do, honestly. Brood War, one of my favorite games of all time. If not, I've been playing StarCraft consistently since 1998. There we go, taking down that scouting SCV. Pink Marine is here, though. Try to shoot some stuff down, and I always love the story of me finding out there was a pro scene for StarCraft, because as far as I knew, it was a fun game. Some of my friends growing up used to play it. There were a couple buddies of mine at college that were really good at it too, but I was not aware there was a pro scene for it until like 2005, 2006, I want to say. Maybe even later than that, like 08, 09. That might be more accurate. And I found some of the replays. I found some of the casts, the very earliest casts available for StarCraft. I mean, it's the original esport, you guys. If you're unaware of that, you should be aware of that. The first esport, the granddaddy of them all, was StarCraft, because it was balanced perfectly. It had a really huge following in Korea, in Europe, across the United States, a truly global attraction to this game. And just some of the bigger names, the bigger celebrities to come out of an esport ever have come out of StarCraft. So what else do you want? What else do you want from your esport? Alrighty then, a bit of a wall set up here. Well, not a complete wall, but it's nice. I like it nevertheless. And back in Zergtown, there's a lair on the way, getting that double gas. It looks a bit like a Muta opening. Is that another macro hatch? This game is interesting. This is kind of an interesting game. Nope, it's an evolution chamber. All right, I was going to say, double macro in your main. You're really not spending your larva fast enough? Jeez. It's absolutely crazy pants. Is a metabolic boost done? It's going to kick in here now, and the SCV is going to die. But for now, it can outrun the little slow dudes, and there's the speed. And now we're going to start taking hits, and now other lings come in, and now the SCV is dead. All right, so lings are out. Shouldn't be able to do much here unless they kind of swing around the back side, which I feel like is a nice opening, but I don't know. Innovation probably knows something that I don't at this point. So it is 2 base Muta. There's your Spire coming up here at the natural, or the main base location, rather. It's going to be Muta Ling coming out. You really need some missile turrets up if you are the Innovation right now. The Inno gotta have some anti-air. The Marines are great anti-air, but they can't be everywhere at once, and they don't have the range of missile turrets. So Innovation tossing up additional 2, 3, 4, 5 barracks. Goodness. You really know what you're doing here, don't you? Definitely going for the bio here today. We're not going to see a meching Terran player against a Zerg, which isn't really something that I've seen on the channel. It's not part of the meta anyway, but I don't know. Flash has been able to do it from time to time. At least he has a lot of tanks. Yep, a lot of supply depots, making sure he does not get supply blocked here. Got some lings up north. Trying to see what's going on. The APM for these players over 350 for Saint, and just hitting up 280, 300 or so is our young Innovation / Bogus player. Third hatch coming up here at the 6-minute mark for Saint. And we should be starting to see mutas now. Yeah, 10 mutas in production. Let's see if we can follow those guys and their adventures here on match point as they try to take down the enemy Terran player, the young but experienced Innovation Bogus. Bogus Innovation Bogus. Yeah, here they come. Pretty scary too, pretty fast. They hit decently hard. It's a good number of them. Ling's making sure they have a direct beeline here. Missile turret up though. Yeah, missile turret getting some nice shots off here. Trying to finish those off if you can. If you haven't seen this guy before, there's a guy in that missile turret. Isn't that weird? Anyway, Muta stacking up pretty well here for Saint. There we go, picking off individual Marines as they come out of the barracks, which is really impressive stuff there. SCV running up north, getting chased by some speedlings. Mutas kind of have free reign on this base here. Couple missile turrets down here, but nothing covering the northern section. Where are you going? Ah, counterattacking. Innovation knows he can't deal with this many Marines, so maybe it's base race time. He's got Marines. He's got the medics. These mutas are coming back home as part of a larger defense strategy. And meanwhile, Ling's going to try to get in here. Maybe they could. Is there anything in this bunker? There's nothing in this bunker. Oh, Zerglings, get in there. Do some stuff. I think they saw the bunker and they panicked. That's kind of a great mind game out of Bogus, actually. Huh, good job for you. All right, heading on down. Here come the Marines. Here come the medics. Stimming, trying to pick off these Mutalisks who are trying to pick off their Fringe Marines. Kind of a game of cat and mouse here. Yeah, but man, can you hear these mutas dying? Ew, this is not good trades. This is not good trades for the Mutalisks, I'm going to have to say. A couple of them are severely injured, but there are still 10 of them? Yeah, 10 of them here. Ling's picking off some reinforcements, actually getting a medic there that was coming to join on in. Marines checking to see, is there a base down here? No, not yet. So really nothing to kill at this point. Looks like Saint is intending to expand down there at some point, but here come the Marines. The mutas and the Lings need to get back here immediately. Oh, why are you pulling back? Does he know there's going to be a response? Maybe he does. Maybe he can see these Lings and these mutas coming on in. And oh, the full surround on the Marines and the medics. And everybody dies. All the medics. The medics are the last to go because they're the lowest priority. Takes a while to kill though. they can speed walk pretty fast. How much HP do these guys have? 60 HP, and they heal each other too, so that helps a lot. There we go. And once you get a couple, it kind of just snowballs from there. Mutalisk's doing some nice stacking ability again, helping to finish off that last medic. The most gruesome death animations in all of StarCraft are medics, man. All their limbs go flying off. What's that all about? Don't know, but it's not great. It is not great at all. 81 to 69 supply here. Saint is looking good. His muta count's getting kind of insane. Little bit insane. Okay, he's got 10. He's got 10. He's making 4 more. He's getting some lurkers here too. Is he? And you can kind of sneak up there. Yeah, there we go. Sneaking up this direction, picking off the SCVs. They are trying to build some missile turrets in here, so maybe they should be a priority target too. Yeah, there we go. He has done a great job, a wonderful job keeping this Marine count low, keeping the SCV count low too. Oh yeah, that's amazing. That is some good stuff here. Actually have some mutas back here that could join in the party, but he's too busy microing at the front, which I think has happened to all of us. 10 hydras in production, lurker aspect being researched here, and a 4th base is done. Innovation has still been unable to get a 3rd base here. The mutal link control has just been too good. Out of Saint, he hasn't been able to do any damage to the 3rd base. It's just, oof. All right, Innovation. I think you need to make a move at some point here soon. Missile turret count is actually pretty healthy. I mean, as you need it to be. Once the muta numbers get in this count. Oh shoot, wrong button. There we go. Is that really all there is here? No, that's the 10. That's the 10. I'm gonna finish off a supply depot and it's time to go. Innovation's like, guys, I don't know about this. Zergling's going for the run by though. All right, a free tank if you want it. They do want that free tank. Thank you very much. They want some free Marines. Oh, tank not free. Tank not free. Zergling's rolling on down. Muta's killing supply depot. Supply blocking Innovation quite nicely here. Fire bats though, making it work against these dudes. Marines pretty good too, especially if they have the +1/+1. Any upgrades on the mutas? Absolutely not. Run! Get out of there. You supply blocked him. You killed some of his workers. Call it a day's journey. And call it a day's work done. You have your own bases to saturate. Here, you're going to throw up a couple sunken colonies for base defense in case a drop shows up and tries to kill all of your things. Queen's Nest and a Hive coming up from our Zerg player too. About time for science vessels. Bogus. About time indeed. Irradiate being researched. Science vessel going to lead this charge in case there are lurkers anywhere or anything that needs to be irradiated. I believe somebody in the chat, in the comments, told me that irradiate is 75 energy. So you have enough for an irradiate once that irradiate finishes. You just come back in and say, I mean, if you're going to give me free stuff, sure. Missile turrets going down. Mutas do not care about your turrets, man. And now it is kind of free reign on this missile. Oh, he's going after the other missile turret, though. I don't know, man. Is he just trying to make sure that all of the stuff here is killed before he goes after the workers? The glaive worm bouncing does kind of help accomplish both of those things at the same time. But all these SCVs are going to die. Don't aggro to those things. The good news is that Bogus is no longer supply blocked. Are these mutas still in here? By golly, they are. 2 of them. And wants to finish off some of these wounded SCVs. He is doing way too well with those final 2 mutas. All right, it's time. It is time. Let's do a quick zoom out here. Guess who's setting up for a wraparound, though? Yep, Saint is. So here we go. Coming from the backside. Lurkers need to burrow. There we go. A little bit slow on that burrow there, but still killing a couple units nevertheless. And all right, Ling's coming from the right side. Lurkers coming from the backside there too. Lurkers need to burrow now. Where are they trying to go? All right, I understand you kind of want the 360 surround, but it's working just fine. Anytime you can get a surround as Zerg, you're going to have a pretty good time. Yeah, the lurkers are causing major problems for everything, for the tanks, for the bio. And once again, another army gets surrounded and killed here by Saint. Saint really making it happen, guys. Really doing a great job that way. All right, Ling counterattack possibly. He did not, I mean, did he lose? He lost a bunch of stuff. He lost a bunch of his lurkers in that attack. But he's able to hold off, and that's what matters. If you can hold off the attack, you're going to be in a better position. Is that a 5th base? A 5th base is there. 3rd base is being constructed by our Terran player. What are the upgrades on these Lings? +2 armor, +1 attack. Pretty good stuff. Still sitting on +1/+1 of the Marines with +1 attack on the way, but no +2 armor for them. Unfortunately, 98 to 85 total supply. I think Saint is in the driver's seat in this game. I gotta see some better stuff here from our Bogus if we're gonna make this thing happen. Scourge flying on down. Scourge, of course, what you need to pick off the science vessels, which are super annoying. Defilers consume a Nidus Canal coming up too, and lurkers morphing all over the place for the Saint. It's not The Saint, it's just Saint. The Saint is a movie with Val Kilmer. That is really okay. It's an okay movie. All right, Scourge battles. Scourge battles. Lings in all sorts of places. Overlords in good scouting places too. I love the map vision that Saint is working with right now. Look at this. Look how much yellow there is on the map, each providing vision for our Terran player. 111 to 110 total supply from the south. Lurker's going for that flank attack. And does manage to burrow one in there. Scourge chasing the science vessels away so the Lurkers can do their work, but then the rest of the bio just runs around too. Oh, the Dark Swarm is up. It was just late. And gonna irradiate all these Lurkers. Gonna irradiate our Defiler too. Nicely held. Did he irradiate one of his own guys? Looks like he did. Yeah, Lurker's dying in that Dark Swarm because it doesn't save you from irradiate, friends. Another one gets irradiated. Look at that health go down. All right, science vessels coming from the north to the south. Marines, medics, firebats. Have we seen a firebat in the new remastered yet? It looks pretty cool. Ah, he was doing really well there too until he died. All right, Dark Swarm is up. Lurkers are burrowed on in Defiler. Not inside the Dark Swarm though. Good Lurker hits and a Plague tossed down too. That Defiler paid for himself. For certain. Yeah, that Plague means Lings can get one hit off and kill anything. It's pretty darn fantastic. Also, it does a good job draining the energy off of medics too. If you've got plagued Marines, the medics will try to heal them consistently as they're losing that energy, as they're losing that HP. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter there. Lings rolling on in here, trying to finish these guys off, and you know what? Did that pretty well. Pretty well. This base is still alive down south. Bogus does have a base there. There's a drop up north in the main base of Saint, though. Whoa! Where did you come from? Dropships, I assume, but I don't know where they are. Seriously? All right, Zergling's trying to come up and deal with this thing, but it turns out +2/+2 more Marines are pretty good. Chitinous plating Ultras are going to come in here for Saint too, but they finally cleaned this drop up. There's another attack coming across the front here, irradiating all of the Lurkers. And this Defiler. Scourge trying to get some shots off. Nope, Marines burning them down from distance here. Scourge again trying to get on top of these guys, but no, excellent control. Excellent control there from Innovation, making sure that does not happen. Now it feels like he has the numbers to take down this base. Spore colonies getting some shots off on those dudes. A lot of irradiate happening. A lot of irradiate happening now. Suddenly Innovation's up 134 to 114 total supply. And after that one army got completely wrecked, he's been doing pretty well. Pretty well for himself. Science vessels are obviously the key here if you're going to win a TVZ. I guess you toss down some more irradiates. How much energy do you guys have? Not much, actually. That purple bar there does show us how much energy they have, and if I hit W, I can show technically what it is. So we're irradiating a couple of the Lurkers. The good news about irradiating Lurkers for the Zerg, do you not... Yeah, Lurkers dying in ground there. He has speed. Why did those Zerglings look so slow? Am I on... Well, that's too fast. This has got to be the speed that I need. Just the Lings looked really slow for a second there. I'm not sure what they were trying to do. Okay, there was dropship here. Drop in the main, once again getting cleaned up pretty well by Saint. Is that one? Yeah, that's the one. Another huge attack here. Just basically Scourge versus Science Vessels and Lings versus Marines. And deciding to push. Here is the Bogus. Wow. Pushing into those Lurkers. I mean, even with detection, they still hit you pretty hard. As it turns out. Defensive Matrix on this one Marine. How's he doing for himself? Absorbing a lot of damage until he actually dies. There's the Plague-Ling combination. Really working out pretty well here. Until reinforcements come in. From Bogus, that is. 130 to 131 supply. This game is tight. really tight. Good hits there. Oh, Plague on the Science Vessels. Ultras joining the party here with 5 armor and 2 attack. This bio wants nothing to do with Ultralisks, I can tell you that much. They have no interest in it whatsoever. Irradiate does not take down an Ultra. It hurts them, but it won't take all 400 of their HP away. It kind of turns them into more... They're more danger to each other than they really are necessarily to themselves when they are irradiated. All right, Ultra's pushing out, man. Well, I'm guessing they have the speed based on the fact they're running this fast. The problem is they're hurting each other and taking damage from the major irradiate itself. So these guys, man, not looking healthy. Irradiates really made that happen. It took some time for it to make it happen, especially because the Ultras were clumped up next to each other, taking their own irradiate, and then the irradiate from the guy next to them. That was a good play by Bogus. Still, so many bases worth of income. Still taking his top left base now is our friend Bogus. And here we go, pushing down. The Firebats have +3, +2. Ultras rolling on in here. Here's our engagement. Ultras on top of everything. Good Dark Swarm. Beautiful Dark Swarm. Could use a couple more of those, you know. But the Irradiates finishing off the Defilers. They do get a Plague down on these guys, which is wonderful. The Irradiate actually hurting the Terran army as they're trying to engage here with these Ultras, too. It's kind of amazing. And it's 136 to 108 total supply. Saint is looking good. Ling's going for a bit of a run by here up this left side. Zerglings, do they have the crackling upgrade? I don't think they do. I've not seen them attack that quickly, although it could just be a bit of a visual trick. Still, Ling's on top of your Marines, not bad if they have the numbers for it. And they're killing a lot of Marines in the process, but also definitely dying too. What are these? It's the only spider mines we've seen in the game are sitting right here. And I don't know what they're intending to do exactly. Because again, drones don't trigger them. And we've seen drones go across them basically to make this base. But otherwise, weird placement. Weird placement for sure. Not enough energy for somebody. And it looks like we're just sort of hanging out here. So I guess while we have a bit of a break, if you'd like to continue seeing StarCraft casts every day of the week and twice for the Brood War, hit me up at patreon.com/FalconPaladin. You can support me for as little as $1 a month. And if every one of you guys supported me for $1 a month, it'd be incredible. I could do amazing things with the channel. Tournaments with pro players and whatnot. Brood War, fun stuff too. Anyway, Ling's Ultra is trying to do this thing. Defiler gets a Plague down. Oh, the Mutas are cleaning out. No, the Science Vessel count is in trouble right now. Oh, get that one. Get that one. Ultras are up here causing a lot of trouble here too. Swinging down from the north to the south. Why are you running past these guys? You should be killing all of them, and definitely is. Meanwhile, this army throwing down. He really wants to kill this base, but this narrow choke makes it so hard to attack. So hard to attack. And now the problem is you got Ultras and you got Lings inside your main base killing your dudes. And if you're only making a few Marines at a time, that's a major problem. Good positioning, actually. The Ultra can't get in there. What Sim City that is. Meanwhile, another attack of Lings and Ultras coming up this left side. This feels like the beginning of the end for our Bogus. When your Zerg player can just constantly throw Lings and Ultras at you, and when those ones die, just make more, no big deal. You're in a lot of trouble here today. Oh, the Dark Swarm is up. The Lings chasing everybody down here. And there's the Plague. Oh, the Plagues have been amazing for Saint today. Consistently incredible Plague usage. It's 138 to 70 supply. This base is gone. All the SCVs are fleeing for their lives. I just don't know what our friend Innovation here is going to do today. That Ultra is irradiated and has 4 kills. Does it count if he kills friendly Zerglings? I wonder if it does. Because I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. SCVs running for their lives from that 4th base location. Ultralisk actually absorbing a lot before finally going down. This guy now with 10 kills. Ling's assisting too. They do have the crackling upgrade. Their upgrades are 3-3. These are in fact true cracklings. Crackling Ultra against a Marine heavy composition. Even with Firebats, is going to do just fine against Terran players. It looks like Saint has this thing. 149 to 53 total supply. Third base is in shambles here too. It's completely devoid of SCVs. Base gone, and that is your good game out of Bogus. And Saint is your winner today in this 25-minute Brood War match. Well, I mean, it wasn't, I would not say this was top tier play, right? Obviously, Saint never really got to that top tier. Innovation never really did in Brood War either, but good high APMs from both the players. Good use of Science Vessels, amazing Irradiate here. Good use of dodging Dark Swarm by Bogus too, but just too much. Too much macro, I'd say. If we, let's go take a look actually. Let's look at these final stats. And units. Yeah. 751 units produced by Saint compared to 477 for Innovation. So that's going to tell the whole story right there. He killed about the same as Innovation did, lost about the same as Innovation did, just made 300 more than Innovation did. Raised a ton of buildings here, resources definitely favoring Saint too, so he was just able to get up more bases. Innovation was a little bit slow getting his stuff going, and that's all there is to it. So thank you so much for watching. It's going to be another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered from the Falcon Paladin. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.